My grandfather and his brothers were meat cutters, and then my dad and all his brothers were meat cutters, and all my brothers are meat cutters. But my dad, he moved over here, and since there were plenty of brothers, they changed the name. My dad couldn't use the name Ackley's Meats because one of his brothers was using it. So he called his Bob's Quality Meats, and he initially opened up in West Seattle. And we were in West Seattle over in the California Junction, and that's where I learned to cut meat, was there. My mom and dad had that meat market, and then this one was Nelson's Market, and they opened up in 1909, the same year my grandfather first had an indoor meat market. My dad had a bunch of health problems, and so he called me in 1997 and told me that he was going to retire. And I told him congratulations, and he said, "Oh, I don't think you understand." So it was my job to buy the meat market so that my parents could retire. We carry pretty much any kind of meat you might want: venison, buffalo, water buffalo, American bison, elk, wild boar, lamb, goat, rabbit.
It's a little bit of a weird thing in your workplace to have people that remember you running around as a little kid in the same spot where you're working now. Before, it was a lot of people that lived here in the neighborhood, and then people who were long-term committed customers that we've had since, like I said, when I was a little kid.
Well, the neighborhood has completely changed several times. It's reinvented itself several times from when I was young until now. All of the other people that were here pretty much got pushed out because they couldn't afford the rents anymore. That's the best thing I ever could have done, is to buy the building myself. So, because otherwise I wouldn't be here anymore either. I think we're going to be here for a long time because we have, for several generations, kind of had a rule of just selling the best that we could possibly get of everything.